Hello everybody, Lord Almighty here. Today is Sunday, November 18th, 2018, and I'm here on the Raritan River hunting down some of the rainbow trout that have been stocked this fall. And to do that, I have knocked the cobwebs off of the old fly rod. Not much to say about it. I just felt like using the fly rod. I haven't used it yet this year, and thought I'd try something a little bit different than fooling around with bluegills at the local pond. So again, for those of you who have never seen me fly fish before, I really don't have a firm understanding of what I'm doing. So I'm pretty much just going to be fumbling around today trying to figure out anything. I'm going to start out by throwing around something real simple, this yellow woolly bugger. And I think this is a good choice today because it's easy to find, both for the fish because it's brightly colored, and for me because it's sold at most tackle stores. And that's important because if my track record is any indication, I am probably going to lose a couple of flies today. Okay, well, the problem I was noticing right away with that woolly bugger was that in the swift current like this, it really wasn't getting down. It was only staying like a couple inches below the surface. So I found this streamer in my fly box. I think it's a clouser, and it's got like weighted eyes up top, so I think this one should be able to get down into the current a little bit better. Oh yeah, I just saw it over there. It sank like a stone. This should definitely do the trick. Okay, so problem number 2. Casting that weighted streamer on a 3-weight fly rod was just not happening. The thing was way too heavy and bulky. So switched over to this, which is like a little epoxy minnow pattern. Really a beautiful fly. I forget where I got it. But yeah, hopefully this will get down a little bit and be easy enough to cast as well. River's running pretty high right now, so the current is swifter than it usually is, so I have to be extra careful when crossing the river. Just take it one step at a time. When you're wading through swift current like this, or really any river current at all, you should make sure that you're standing parallel to the direction of the current. You can see where my feet are positioned right now. I got one up current and one down current, so it's parallel. If you're standing like this, it presents more surface area for the current, it's more force against you, and you have less balance, and it's easier for you to fall over. So always make sure that you're standing parallel to the current. Also, wading staffs aren't just for old men. In fact, I probably should have brought one today. So, if you've got it, make sure you bring it when you're wading a swift creek like this. There we go. First back cast mess up. Oh, there we go. Ah, trees, the enemy of all fly fishermen. All right. Okay, so wasn't really getting anything on that epoxy minnow pattern, so I thought maybe since it's cloudy and kind of dingy out today, they might like darker colors better. So switching over to this black woolly bugger. It's got a little bit of reflective tape in it, and it's on a bigger hook, so I think it's going to sink a little bit better than that smaller one that I was using before. And just by throwing it in here, I can see that, yeah, that's definitely sinking a lot better. So hopefully fish will be more in tune with this one than the other stuff I've been throwing today. Oh boy. I don't know if I'm getting this one back. Oh, shoot. Okay. Ah, damn it. Okay, there we go. Got the whole branch to come off. Wonder how close this thing was to breaking the line. There was a trout down there and he broke me off. Son of a gun! It broke me off. Wow. Alright. Nothing to do now but tie on another fly and try it again. I doubt that same fish will bite, but maybe there's another one down there. This is certainly the kind of place where they would be. Okay, well I only had the one black woolly bugger, so I've got this other one now. This is, it's black, but it's got a lot more like flashaboo in it. Hopefully it'll work just as well as that last one did. So what I was doing was I was just kind of letting it trail in the current here, and I was keeping my rod tip down so I could help that fly get down further into the pool. And it was about halfway back, and that fish slammed it pretty hard and just broke the tippet. Oh, there we go. Oh, came right off. Guess the hook wasn't in it. So I had tied on a nymph and was casting that around for a while, and at some point it just broke off. I don't know how, but it did. And I don't know how long I've been fly fishing with no fly. Lord Almighty, second coming of Lee Wolf, at your service. Okay guys, I've been at this for a solid 4 hours, so I think I'm gonna call my day right here. Didn't do great catching wise. I did hook up with one. Granted, it immediately broke off, but hooking a fish is the first step in landing a fish, so I think I'm definitely taking a step in the right direction. And I also feel like I kind of made a breakthrough today, because as the day wore on, I actually felt like I was fishing, as opposed to just waving a stick in the air, which is how I normally feel when I'm using a fly rod. So definitely feel like I'm getting more comfortable with it, and as soon as I find a place that sells some more black woolly buggers, I just might be at this again. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next adventure.